Okay, in this video we're going to talk about changing recurring decimals to fractions. So I've written some notes here and I'll try to make it as simple as possible. So I suggest you just maybe copy these down and write it out a few times or read it over just to understand what's happening here. So this is as easy as I can put it. So if you want to change a recurring decimal to a fraction, these are the steps to follow. You let x equal the recurring decimal expanded form. So if it's 0.3 recurring, you let it equal 0.33333 and so on. Let the number of recurring digits equal n. So if it's one repeating number, n is 1. If it's two repeating digits or numbers, n is 2, and so on. Then you multiply the recurring decimal by 10 to the power of n. Okay, and if you don't understand that part, I'll show you in the example. Then you subtract 1 from 3. So subtract this from this, okay, and that will eliminate the recurring part, okay, it will. And then you solve for x, expressing your answer as a fraction in simplest form, okay? So, and that's pretty easy to do. I mean, that's a year 7 skill there. So let's look at some examples. Okay, and I've written these 3 examples, and once again, you can just write it down yourself and learn what I'm doing, or you can write down the questions, pause the video, and have a go yourself and see if you get it right. So it's up to you. Okay, so if I want to change 0.4 recurring to a fraction, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let x equal 0.4444 and so on. Okay, that was the first point I was talking about. Since it's one repeating number, I'm going to multiply it by 10 to the power of 1 because n is 1. Okay, so I'm just going to multiply both sides by 10. Okay, so I get 10x equals 4.4444 and so on. I'm going to subtract. Now this is the third step. Okay, if you go back to the notes, this is the third step. This is the first step, and it says subtract 1 from 3. Okay, so if 10x minus x is 9x, and that equals 4.4444 minus 0.444. Now on your calculator, when you do this minus this, make sure you do the same number of recurring digits. So if you do 4444444 8 times, make sure you do this 44444 8 times, or 10 times, or 11 times, whatever you do. Once you do that, okay, you do get 9x equals 4, okay, this minus this. So if we solve for this, x equals 4 over 9. So what does that mean? Therefore, 0.4 recurring is the same as 4 over 9. Okay. The next one, 0.275 repeating. So once again, we're going to let x equal 0.2757575 and so on. There's 2 repeating digits, so I'm going to multiply by 10 to the power of 2, which is 100, both sides, and I get 27.575757 and so on. Now, if I subtract this from this, don't forget the same number of decimal places on your calculator, you'll notice you end up getting this. You get 99x equals 27.3. That's what you get on your calculator. Now, obviously x equals 27.3 over 99. But a fraction is not written when we have a decimal as a numerator. So we need to multiply both by 10. That'll make this a whole number. And that's back to year 7, that skill. Over 990, simplify, we get 91 over 330. Okay, so this fraction is 0.275757575. And go and test it on your calculator if you want. Last example, okay, so x equals 3.112121212. Okay, be careful with just the last 2 repeating. 2 are repeating, so I'm going to multiply by 100. So 100x equals, now 100x equals 311.21212121 and so on. Subtract, okay, 99x equals, remember, same number of decimal places on your calculator. You'll get 308.1. Okay, so x is 308.1 over 99. We don't want a decimal, so we multiply numerator and denominator by 10. And we get 3081 over 990. We simplify, okay, or we write it as a mixed numeral if you want, which is 337 over 330. Okay, if you leave it like this or this, doesn't really matter. Okay, so have a go at those, write them down, okay, practice them a few times, have a go at some of your own questions from your exercises, and if you have any questions, please email me, okay?